Hey guys, I thought I'd share something with you that I've been watching a lot of TV. I shared with the other offices around town. I thought I'd share this with you out there. Now, there was an interview with Mark Short. He is Pence's chief of staff, and he was sharing some data regarding the coronavirus. He said that there were no victims under the age of 30. That was one of the things he started with. And then he said of those getting tested for the virus, he said, now these are people that are symptomatic. They're going in getting tested for the virus. Less than 10%, he said, actually have the infection. And in South Korea, it was less than 4%. I thought that was interesting. Very low numbers right there compared to what I would have thought. And then he said projections of 40 to 50% infection or even 70% as I had heard. He says, we're just not seeing that. Now, my wife also told me about an interview with a guy. His name was Dr. Jacob Glanville, and his company and he are working on a treatment plan for this. Now, they're fascinating because they're looking at SARS virus, and they were saying what the treatment plan was for that actually eradicated it. We can actually take that and mutate it to actually instead attack the coronavirus. It's fascinating stuff out there that's actually happening. And it's very promising looking at this being out there in the summer. Now, you've probably also heard about chloroquine, which is that malaria drug, and that has already been approved. And somebody was asked about that. As a matter of fact, it was Mark Short, was asked about that, and he says, oh, that's already available in large quantities. So we have the ability to do that. It's just a matter of getting it over here to the United States. Now, the other thing that I was looking at was, people saying, well, gee, should we go and invest in this company? And this is something I'm hearing from people. Should I be buying this stock or that company? Because they look like they're really going to benefit from what's going on. And I would caution you that let's say if you are somebody that already owns this particular stock in this drug company, would you give it to somebody else for a song and a dance? Would you just give it to them for a very low price? Chances are you probably wouldn't. So these companies' stocks aren't necessarily bargains on the table waiting for somebody to pick them up. Everybody knows what you know when we share this type of information, especially people that already own the company stock. Now, the other side of the coin, we get people that I'm really excited about putting money in the market. And then you get people on the other side saying, man, I just want to get out of the market. I'm scared and I just want to put it all on the sidelines. And I did a video about that just recently, so watch some of the other videos. But one of the points I want to make is the pricing of stocks compared to book values. The assets of the company, assets minus liabilities. So if I look at a company's book value, I look at the value of their land, machinery, equipment, and inventories and all of those things, minus their liabilities. And in my over 30 years of doing this for a living, I have never seen prices this low compared to book values. Some of them, international small value companies selling at 50 cents on the dollar on book value. International large value companies, 60 cents on the dollar. We took data from Morningstar and we were looking at it and looking at what those prices would be right now compared to book value based on the pricing movement of stocks recently. If you look at international big established companies, it's only $1.20. International large value companies, basically $1.30. And then U.S. small companies, $1.10, $1.30. And then small value companies, 70 cents on the dollars. Now, I'm not saying that these companies are undervalued. I'm just saying that the prices are very low, and that's what I look at to go, wow, how much lower can it go? Or I look at it this way. Is all of this negative stuff, is it being lost on investors and not priced in the stocks? No, with those numbers, you can tell that investors are nervous. Now, does that mean that they can't go lower than that? No, that doesn't mean that. They can. You just never know what investors will do or how low they will sell their stocks for. I wouldn't do it, but there are people that will do it. There are typically people that are kind of glass half empty, glass half full type people. And as you can tell, I'm kind of a glass half full person. And if you're a glass half empty, you know what I'd see? Maybe what you want to do is take your half-empty glass and pour it in a smaller glass. And just look at it this way. There are a lot of things to be optimistic about and a lot of things that we have been through historically in this country, and we'll probably go through more in the future, but we always seem to come out of it on the other side.